Hi guys, it's Izabela and Krystian here. Today we're meeting and masterminding with the top earner in Empower Network and Big Idea Mastermind, Paulo Barroso. Hello, Paulo.
How are you doing?
Good,
you
good.
Yeah, thanks for having me, by the way.
Thank you for the interview. Today we're going to have a quick interview with Paulo. And the first question I want to ask him is, why do you choose internet marketing and Empower Network and Big Idea Mastermind?
Wow, that's a really good question. Thanks for asking. I come back from a traditional business, corporate. I worked in the city of London for like 17 years in a normal job, doing printing and all that. And it wasn't really what I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to have the freedom to work from home because I love working on the internet. I wanted to have the freedom to spend time with my kids because I've got two small kids. And I wanted to have the freedom to travel, which is something that I really love. And with a traditional business, being a printer working in London, I couldn't do that. I didn't have the time. I worked like 12-hour shifts. I didn't have the money to travel, and I didn't spend any time with my kids. So the reason why I chose internet marketing really is because, first of all, I love working online. I love computers. I love to have the freedom where I can just get up in the morning and work from my laptop. And traditional business never allowed me to do that. So that's the reason why I went into the internet marketing route and being able to work online, being able to work from my laptop anywhere in the world. I mean, I could be on the beach, really, on my laptop. As long as I have internet connection, then I can work and make some real money. So that's the reason why I chose internet marketing over a traditional business, really. Just to have the freedom.
What about Empower Network and Big Idea Mastermind? Because as you can see, it's so many different internet, obviously, so many different businesses you can do online.
Why Empower and Big Idea Mastermind? That's a really important question. I mean, I was a struggling marketer for over 8 years, trying to find the right company to work for, and I just kept failing and failing and failing, and I couldn't find the right company to work for. The reason why I chose Empower Network and Big Idea Mastermind is because I met the owners. Obviously, I met Vic House, I met Dave and Dave, and I know their vision, and I love the company structure. I mean, they pay 100% commissions, which is something I've never heard of. I mean, in the past, I was a ClickBank affiliate, and I used to get, I think, maximum maybe 70%, plus refund fees and whatever. So I had to work really hard in order to make some sort of money online. With Empower Network, it's changed everything. One is I love the products. Obviously, the products that has helped me in my business, has taught me how to market online, and most importantly, I've met the owners and I've saw their vision, and I know it's a good company to work for. And then lastly, 100% commissions. You can't go wrong with that.
No.
I mean, I've never heard of anything before of companies paying 100% commission. So I love the fact that if I sell a product for $1,000, I get $1,000. I like that. So that's really the reason why I joined Empower Network. I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's the only company that has made me money. I mean, everything else I tried in the past, I failed miserably. I was very good at starting up in programs and companies and all that, and I used to fail, and I used to just think was the company and the sponsor that wasn't helping and all that, but as a matter of fact it was all to do with me, and I wasn't applying the knowledge that the company was teaching, and I am now with Empower Network, and mainly because the products really work. So I'm a user of the products, and I study them, and then I see the results. So it's all thumbs up with Empower Network. So it's all good.
Thanks for that. My next question is about the vision, because as a leader, you've been meeting quite often Dave and Vic. Can you tell us a little bit more about their vision for the future?
Where we're going.
Vision for the future. I firmly believe that Empower is here to stay, and how I know this is because when I met Vic back in February with Dave and Dave, we were having dinner, and they shared with me the 15-year vision for Empower Network, and I've never heard of program owners sharing a 15-year vision with an affiliate like I was. The first time we met, that blew me away completely. I thought Empower had maybe a maximum of 5 years vision, and that was it. But they actually mentioned step by step what they intend to do worldwide with Empower Network for the next 15 years, guys. And that just blew me away. And in the past, I used to join things just, you know, I suffered from the shiny object syndrome. I just joined anything without even meeting the owners.
I think we all did the same.
I think we all did it, so you know what I'm talking about here. But what I love about this company, Empower Network, is the vision and the company owners. You know, it's not just because just I met them. It's because I have actually listened to them and looked deep inside their heart. And I know for a fact that they have their heart in the right place. And what I mean by that, they're not here just to make a quick buck and then sell the company or close the company and then start something else. They're here for the long term. And I know this because I know them. I'm actually a personal friend of David Sharp, one of the co-owners of Empower Network. So I know he's got his heart in the right place, and so does Dave Wood, obviously. But for me, most importantly, obviously products is very important. The company needs to have good products to sell, otherwise the company doesn't survive and obviously grow. But to me, the number one importance that I look in the company is the company owners and their vision. If the company owners have their heart in the right place and the vision for the company, I'm all in. So this is the reason why I decided to join Empower Network. It's because of the company owners and their vision, and they obviously cool guys. They're badasses as we call them, and they're really cool guys to hang around. They're multi-millionaires. They are my role models. They're people that I want to inspire to be really. So I love being around people like that, and I love Dave and Dave, the company owners, and that's the reason why I joined Empower Network. So I truly believe, hand on my heart, that it's a company it's here to stay. And as you know, we just launched a new product line yesterday. So we're always involving. There's always something happening in Empower Network. So it's not a company that we just make a product like 2 years ago and that's it. It's finished. We're not progressing from that. So we're constantly updating our audios, which is in the inner circle. Every week there's a new one out. Every week we're coming out with the product line progression and all that, and every other I think it's once every 6 months we look at creating a new product as well, and in the last 6 months we come up with 2 new products. So that's the thing with Empower Network. There's always involving, because as you guys know, internet marketing is always evolving as well. It doesn't stand still. So that's what I like about this company. It's always evolving, and it's here, in my opinion, it's here to stay.
Thanks for that.
That's right.
My next question is, what do you think that makes some internet marketers more successful than others?
Wow, that's a really good question. That's the million dollar or £1,000,000 question, really. I think, in my opinion, okay, this is from my own experience, because I've failed for the longest time ever, and I think it's all about mindset. I know that I keep banging on about mindset, but it really is. The reason why I failed online for so many years is because I didn't have the right mindset. I was a pessimistic, really. I was, I don't know, I saw things just the way they were. So I thought everything was a scam, you know, I was trying all these different things, everything's a scam, and I didn't have the right mindset, and I had no focus. So what changed for me, really, when I joined Empower Network was I was put on a 30-day program by Vic Streishaus, my mentor. He's the owner of Big Idea Mastermind, on really how to think for yourself, on really how to focus and see the positive things in everything that you do. And that took me a while. I mean, I did a 30-day program on a completely mindset change. And once I finished that and I start seeing things in a different way and start thinking outside the box, and not just what everyone else tells you to do, like the media and the newspapers and TV and all that crap. When I stopped just really thinking for myself and having a mindset changed, that's when everything changed for me and my business really exploded. So it was really when I started investing in myself, investing in my own education. And when I say education, guys, I'm not talking about the education I learned in school here. I'm talking about education by people like Bob Proctor, you know, Anthony Robbins, you know, people that really teaches you, you know, the skills to really succeed in life, and having a positive, really mental attitude and see everything in a positive way. I mean, ever since I've done that and I've learned, you know, how to really think, you know, for myself, that's when everything changed. And I'm no longer a pessimist. I see things in a completely different daylight now, and it's really improved my business, as you guys know. It's really when I changed my mindset. So I would definitely say mindset was key.
Start with
and this is why certain internet marketers do it so well when others don't. I think it's really to do with your mindset, the way you think, and the way you think outside the box. It was really a mindset, and when I took control of my own life and start, you know, blaming my sponsor or blaming this and that, because I used to do that a lot. I used to blame everyone else but myself. So when I took control, do you guys know what I mean? So when I took control really on my own thinking, and you know what, I'm going to stop blaming everyone else, and I'm going to take control. Because I used to think, you know, how comes in every company that I joined, there was people making money, right? But I wasn't making any money, so it couldn't be the program or the company. It had to be me, you know. So I just put one and one together, and I stopped blaming the world or my parents or the education or whatever for my problems. So only when I really took control of myself, of my own thinking, you know, it can't be everyone else. It's got to be me. Once I took that decision and I went on the path of discovering why, what am I doing wrong, and then I found out it was my mindset, my thinking was wrong. I was the most pessimist person ever. I was negative, you know, I couldn't keep still. What I mean by that, I couldn't be in the program for more than a month, because if I wasn't a millionaire by 7 days, I would move on to the next shiny object.
Right.
So that was my problem, and I kept blaming everyone else. So when I stopped doing that, and then I thought, okay, it's to do with me, I'm going to change my thinking, I'm going to educate myself, and I'm going to stay put in one program. So I'm going to find out if this is the right program for me, and I'm going to stay focused. And I have been focused within Power Network, as you guys know.
Yeah.
I've been a member for 12 months now, and it's going really well. So that's what changed for me, really.
Yeah, and I do agree what you say.
Yeah, well, after we done a few seminars and reading a few books,
It changes
it's completely
everything.
changed our minds as well.
So to me, that's key. What makes an internet market successful from another one? That some people might disagree and say it's not, but in my opinion, in my humble opinion, it's what changed for me, because I've been in this game for 8 years, guys. So I think I'm a little bit qualified to say, you know, what works and what doesn't. And in my opinion, what wasn't working for me and why I failed miserably for 8 years, it's because I didn't have the mindset. Period.
And I just want to say that we also realize that everything, if it's our income, if it's our relationship, our life, it's a result. It's a result what we actually doing. If we're doing right, and we have the right results. If we're doing bad, then the life is not going in the right direction.
That is so spot on. That's what I believe in. And I know this is hard to explain and people sometimes don't get it. But I see it as the law of attraction, you know, what some people like to call it. The same as the law of gravity. We can't see gravity, but yet if you try jumping from a tall building, no matter what color, race or age you are, you will hit that floor. And but you don't see gravity, but yet it exists. And it's the same with the law of attraction. It's whatever you put out there. In the past, I used to put out there just crap, because I was a crap magnet. So what that means is all the crap that I was putting out, I was getting it back. And I think the universe, the way it works is it's a mirror. So whatever you send out, you get it back. It's an absolute mirror. It's the best way that I can explain it. And I never understood that law. And I really, truly believe that law exists. And I know some of you might think it's all, you know, la la land and whatever. But it's proven to really work for me, you know. It's whatever you put out there. So if you put out there good stuff, good things, if you're positive, then a lot of positive things will come back at you. And if you think everything's a scam, and if you think that it's all bad stuff out there, like I used to think, then guess what? That's exactly how your life's got to be.
Yeah.
So I hope I make sense with that explanation, but that's really the law that I live by now, the law of attraction. And I'm a firm believer in that. I'm a believer in karma and stuff. You know, if you do good things, good deeds, good stuff will come back at you. If you do bad stuff, it might not happen straight away, but I can tell you what, you will come back at you eventually.
We believe that.
Yeah. So
From crop magnet, you change for money magnet now.
no, a money magnet, because that's all I think now. Not that I just think about money, obviously, but I know what I want in life. You know, all the good things that I want in life, you know, I've got it all written down. I read them daily with affirmations, and that's what I get back. Because that's what I put out there. You see, when I affirm something, when I want something, you know, that's all I want. I don't think about the bad stuff anymore at all. I just see the good things in life now. And you know, I don't care about all the bad stuff and all that. I just don't look at that at all. So what I'm trying to say is I concentrate only on the good things that I want to achieve for myself and others.
Yeah.
So that's all I concentrate on. Everything else, it's secondary. I don't care about those things anymore. When in the past I was the opposite. You know, I woke up in the morning thinking the world owed me something. Oh, I have to go to work. Oh, I have to face this. All I cared and focused, really, my whole energy was on the bad stuff. And then what did the universe get me? Give it back? Bad stuff. Because that's all I talked about.
Yeah.
So now I wake up in the morning, I don't talk about any bad stuff. It's simple, but
all the time.
yeah, I know it sounds too simple, but that's how it works, guys. I really believe that life is a game that you need to learn how to play it, and there are certain rules, and if you obey by those rules, your life can really change. And in my case, in your guys' case, it's changed for the better. So yeah, it really works. But I know it's hard to believe, and it took me a long time to believe in this and really live by it, but that's how I live my life. And as you guys know, I'm telling the truth. This is what I do, and this is how I live my life. Yeah.
Because life is very easy, but we as people, we complicate it all the time.
I think we complicate life.
Too much.
I complicated my life big time.
Yeah.
And it took me, I'm 43 years old now, it took me 43 years to understand this law. One simple law.
Yeah.
It just took me 43 years to get it. And I get it now. And I'm just sad that I didn't learn this in my 20s. But that's the journey you need to take.
Of course.
Because my life would have been so much different when I was 20 if I understood this law, which is the law of attraction, and I didn't. But I'm so glad that I came across it finally, and now I'm more mature and I understand that and I live by it, and it's really life changing, as you guys know. So you know that I'm not just talking something from a book that I read, you know. It's just real, and it shows. It shows in your life when it's real.
I learning now from my 3.5-year-old son how he's doing very easy way, how he want to achieve his goals. And this is very good example, you know, because he always look straight. He don't go around like all this, like we do.
Yeah.
He just doing straight.
It's like
and I just focusing on it. I just look at him and this is a good example.
Yeah.
And I just learn from him.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that Anthony Robbins teaches in one of his seminars, and I did one in New York only 4 weeks ago, is when you do the fire walk. I mean, that's real fire, by the way. It's so hot that it actually can melt metal. That's how hot it is. But one thing it tells us to do when we do the fire walk is not to look down at the problem, at the fire. You look at the point where you want to end, when you want to end your walk. So all you need to do is step on the fire, but keep walking and look ahead. Don't look down, because I'll tell you what, if you look down at the fire and stop, you will burn your feet. And I'll tell you what, I've done that, and I walked and I didn't burn my feet, only because we were concentrating. This is where I am, and this is where I want to be, and I'm going to walk towards it, and that's all I did. I didn't stop to think, oh my God, it's going to burn my feet. Oh my God, I'm looking down. I didn't do any of that. All I did was walk from A to B. I'm here now, and I want to get to that point, and I walked, guys. And I tell you what, I did, 10, 15 steps, and it did not burn my feet, even though I don't know how many degrees the fire was. It was quite hot. It was very hot, but I didn't burn my feet, due to the fact that you focus on what you're trying to achieve instead of focusing on the hows and whys, and you don't do that. And this is just an analogy to explain how life really works. So that fire walk, by the way, is a powerful thing, and I think it really helped me in my business, by the way.
We used to have training like this with
amazing. Yeah, he does something like that.
So we know already
powerful
how that
stuff,
works.
because that what does really sets you up for life with other things. Because if you can walk on fire and you know it works and you didn't burn your feet, what else can you do? What else can your mind do?
Yeah.
So no excuses really. So yeah.
I have a last question.
Sure.
Many people saying that internet marketing is a scam. When you're doing internet marketing, you're probably one of the scammers.
Yeah.
what's your thought about that?
I used to think that. I used to think everything was a scam. But then again, that's really the wrong mentality to have. I think everything should be studied or do research before really people say that. I'll tell you a funny story. I think corporate America, corporate England, or corporate whatever country you live in, what I mean by corporate, I mean companies, I think they're the biggest scam ever. Let me explain this to you. Okay, when you have the CEO of a company, that CEO's got managers, supervisors and staff, right? The people at the bottom are the staff. They will never earn as much as the CEO. Even the managers here on the top, they might be on a good wage, and I was the manager myself, so I know what I'm talking about. But we, as being managers, we will never earn as much money as the CEO. So who's the biggest pyramid scheme or scammers here? I mean, I'm not saying they're scammers, but the reality of the fact is the guy at the top. So that's corporate America. I'm not going to mention any companies here, or corporate England, but every single company has got a CEO. They're the guys at the top of the pyramid, really making all the money, where all the stuff underneath will never earn that as much money as the CEO. I don't know if that analogy is clear, but
It is.
I didn't want to work like that. So I didn't want to be part of that scam, where I have to work 12-hour days like I was, and I was still broke in the end of the month, when the CEO of my company was driving in Bentleys and holidaying around the world. So I said to myself, I want that life. You know, when I joined Empower Network, it reverses all that. You can earn as much money as you want. You can earn more money than Dave themselves, because the affiliates, the company owners of Empower Network, David Wood and David Sharp, the affiliates of the company. What that means is they're on the trenches working like us. And anyone can actually outperform them, believe it or not. So how can that be a scam? I never understood that. And by the way, I get paid every Friday. You know, the money is always there. I get paid, everyone gets paid. I don't see internet marketing. I'm talking about Empower Network, obviously. But I don't see internet marketing being a scam. Of course there are scamsters out there. Of course there are companies who are scams. But don't just presume that everyone's a scam, because that's just not true. And I've been online for 8 years, and I've seen a lot of good companies that are not scams. So I'm talking from the Empower Network perspective. The company is bona fide. It's got 55 members of staff, I believe, working in Tampa, Florida. It's got a real building, you know, with staff working there. A CEO that we just appointed a couple months ago. Company structure, and the beauty of it is there isn't someone at the top just making all the money. Everyone can be at the top. Everyone. 12 months ago, I was nowhere. I was right at the bottom with no money, and suddenly I'm exploding right now. And I'm not a company owner. I'm just an affiliate. So all affiliates can have tremendous incomes. This company has so far actually created 7 millionaires, and the company is 2 years old, brand new company, 7 millionaires. The plan for 2014 is to create another 20. And I tell you that now, I'm going to be one of them. I don't care whether you guys understand or not. I'm going to be one of them. So I'm putting that on video here, that I'm going to be one of them. And I know I can be, and I know these two guys here can be. Anyone that starts really with Empower Network, with the right mindset, with the right focus, can become a millionaire. And you guys know that potentially I can be one. You know my income, you know what I'm earning. So it's on the cards.
We know you're going to be, not potentially.
It's there, it's done. So, yes, there are scams on the internet, but don't just think that everything is a scam on the internet, because that's just not true. So that's really my views really on that.
Thank you.
Can you tell us how much you earned last year?
I can do. First of all, I need to put an income disclaimer, and please don't believe that by joining Empower Network you're going to make obviously $1 million by next year. That's not going to happen, or probably will, but I don't know you. So the income disclaimer is really, these results that I'm about to speak are not typical. But then again, guys, I'm not a typical guy. You know, I do things that maybe normal people don't want to do. But just to give you an idea, I joined Empower Network in January 2012 with not a lot of knowledge on the internet, because I was doing all the wrong things. But because I've applied the knowledge that I've learned from the products and the knowledge about mindset and all that, I've managed to earn within 12 months $419,000 in a period of 12 months. So again, results not typical. I'm not saying by joining Empower you got to earn the same, but if a guy who speaks broken English can do this. And I'm nothing special. I mean, you know a little bit more about my story now, that I was a struggling marketer for 8 years, I was a crab magnet, and all those silly things. So if a guy like that can turn his life around and earn $419,000 in a period of 12 months, I hope you are inspired that you can do it, if not better. So that's really my message. And really, by joining these two guys here, you gotta have really good, really down-to-earth mentors, because they are people, as you can see, people just like you and me. So we're not some sort of gurus that, you know, I mean, you see online, not approachable. We're just down-to-earth guys. I mean, up until April last year, I was still in full-time employment, working, you know, for a job that I must say I wasn't very happy there, but, you know, it was a job. So we're just down-to-earth people. We work as we hard, but we believe in other ways. We believe there are other ways that needs to be maybe investigated and researched, that are maybe better ways for you to earn a living for you and your family, and have a way of maybe traveling the world and having the freedom to work from your laptop on maybe on a country that you really want to live, because you're not country bound, are you? You can literally work from anywhere in the world. I was working in the States for like 2 months, you know, because it's a country that I love, it's a country that I eventually want to live. You really can pick the country you want to live, as long as
the best beaches.
Yeah,
you just need to have internet.
Yeah, as long as you got internet connection, really. So yeah, you can be dropped anywhere in the world and make money. So what a best team to join, really. I mean, Izzy and Krystian, they just down-to-earth people. They learning, and the thing what I like about them as well is they've got the right people, the right mentorship in place. Okay, so you're not just by yourselves. There is a mastermind of people working with you guys as well, which you have access to. So what a better, you know, team to join, really. Izzy and Krystian. They just good down-to-earth people, and they talk and walk the walk. You know, everything that they learn, they actually apply it, and they see success in their business. In 2014, you will see these two rising stars really, you know, rising up the ranks within our company. So I'm really glad to work with you guys, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, by the way. It's not like I was pushed to say this. This is how I feel about them, by the way. So what a best team to really join and work with these guys, because they are committed. They're doing this like 100%. So they're not just tiptoeing 20% on the business. They're doing this 100%, guys. They're focused, and I know what they're trying to achieve. It's you know, they will be successful at that. So
thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. That was a very good speech.
We love Paulo Barroso. He is our mentor, and anything what he's telling us, we're doing 100%. Guys, you need to be focused 100% on anything what you're doing. And if you choose the right mentor, you're going to be success very quickly. So thank you very much.
We learn from the best.
And I learned from the best as well.
Yeah.
So we've got a good mind. We've good mindset, obviously, and good mentorship as well from our leader, Vic Schreishaus. So we really all in good hands here. Really.
Yes, he's a top man.
So see you on the stage. Yeah, top earner. We're gonna be on the stage as well in this year. So.
And guys, join us, and we can be there together.
Yeah.
All the best to you, and we will speak to you soon. Take care.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.